Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back!
So we've been married 1 year. We thought we'd do a video on talking about the myths of marriage, what we've learned in that 1 year, and realised that people lied to us, you know?
Literally, when you're going through marriage, everybody wants to share from their experience, and then they tell you the things that affected them in their marriage, and they try to put that upon you.
Yeah, we're like, no, we don't receive that.
Exactly. So there's certain things that we heard along the way when we were getting married, and we just want to dismiss all those myths. Yeah,
so you can actually get married and be happy, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
There's such thing as happy marriage, and we're a testament to that, right? In our 1 year. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, we've got 10 myths of marriage for you. We'll start with number 1.
Number 1 is that happy couples don't argue.
That is a lie. A lie from the pits of hell. But yeah, we're happy. We still argue, and we don't let the arguments get in the way of our happiness. We've just accepted that we're two different people who grew up in two different households with two different cultures, two different everything, and we're now in one house and married and one. So obviously you're going to argue. Definitely.
And without sounding weird, like when you argue or you have a disagreement and then you reconcile back to each other, that actually makes you somewhat stronger.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that you should go out and find problems so that your partner can fight for you.
Yeah.
But it's just like a pursuit and understanding that you're both different and you both love each other regardless. And how can you really say that you love someone if you've never actually been through any trials?
Yeah.
What's that quote that you found the other day?
Oh, how can you learn unconditional love if the person that you're married to meets all the conditions?
Yeah. Bars. Okay, myth number 2 is that you run out of things to talk about and you get bored of each other.
I was actually very scared of this one because you know me, I love a good chat. But really, we are always talking. We're trying to find opportunities to talk to each other more, right? We're like, should we go cinema or should we go for dinner? Let's go for dinner because we can have a good chat.
Exactly.
So
yeah, because we spend most of our lives away from each other anyway. We have our jobs, we have we meet with other friends and stuff like that. So there's always things to talk about. And I think the foundation of Annabella and I's relationship is that we actually had friendship before the romance came.
Yeah.
So this whole meeting someone, falling in love with them, and then trying to build your friendship, ours was actually the opposite. We were friends, and then the romance came later. So our foundation of our relationship has always been the friendship. So she's my best friend, she's my go-to, she's someone I always want to talk to, she's someone who I get advice from when times are hard, and someone who I run to when in a good time. So there's always things, there's always something to talk about. Like, I don't know, I wonder if one day we'll ever run out of things, but no, we're just going to keep talking. Yeah,
and it's okay to have silent moments. Like sometimes we don't want to talk, and we're
Anna doesn't want to talk when it's past 8 p.m.
and he doesn't. No, you don't want to talk.
Okay, sorry. She doesn't like to talk in the mornings,
and you don't like to talk in the evenings
when it's very late. When I want to sleep.
But yeah, we just have to accept that, and we're okay with silences. Like, there's no problem with that. We've got the rest of our lives to talk to each other, so sometimes we'll have silence. But that doesn't mean that we're bored of each other. It just means we don't want to open our mouth at that particular moment. So,
because I do understand where people are coming from. Because you see those couples in a restaurant and they're sitting there for like 2 hours and they haven't said a word to each other. That would not be our marriage. Okay, so the third myth is that your differences will ruin your marriage.
And actually, it could ruin your marriage if you let it. But for us, it's just like, okay, I actually like the fact that you're different to me. That's what I liked at the beginning. And I have to always remind myself, like, this is why I fell for this guy. So now we just have to work through our differences. And we're not going to let that be the breakdown of our marriage at the end of the day.
Because when you're in a marriage, it's a very tense friendship. This person sees you in a good time, they see you in a bad time, and your differences is actually what's going to help you actually get better. It's going to help you grow. So you should see the differences as something that will help you. Like, I think I've become a better communicator because I've been with Annabella. Before, at the beginning of our relationship, we'll go somewhere and Annabella's always poking me, go and talk to this person, talk to that person, and I was like, I have nothing to say. But now when we go to certain places, I'm a lot more open, I'm a lot more talkative, and I've actually grown as a person. So you should see your differences as something, as an opportunity to grow. And
I've become more organized, that's for sure. Like, damn, I had no structure to my life whatsoever, but now, you know, I've been in my job for 2 years. So
she was always jumping.
Before I'd be
she was like, 6 months. Oh,
I'm
no.
done. I'm done with this job, yeah, over. But no, Gabes has helped me, yeah. And even though it's frustrating in the time, like obviously it's frustrating to change the person that you are, but we've made the decision that our differences will not ruin our marriage.
Yeah, because you have Gabes and then you have Anna, and then we're trying to, imagine I said Hannah.
I know, who's Hannah? Who's Hannah?
You have Gabes and you have Anna, and you're basically just developing to a new creation, isn't it? So, right. And yeah, that's the journey of marriage, and it's enjoyable to actually grow together.
Yeah, and it hurts sometimes. A lot.
So the fourth myth about marriage is that if you wait until marriage to have sex, your partner's actually going to be dead in the bedroom.
I am not dead. No,
we object. We object to that one. Jesus.
We're literally living examples that, trust me.
You can wait, and it could be good.
But obviously there's a few things to work through, like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
yeah. And working out what the partner likes and all that stuff. But that's a normal journey that you would go on in the beginning of a normal relationship. So it's just delayed, and you're doing that in marriage, which is a safer environment to do it in anyway. Because where they're going, they ain't going nowhere. So
definitely, there's no trying to please your partner, like what? Well, feeling like you have to please your partner to keep them in the relationship. Yeah. You're a lot more comfortable. We did a whole sex series. If you haven't seen that yet, we'll link them below. But literally, sex in marriage is the best ever.
Yeah. So
team sex.
Team sex.
Myth number 10. My Swahili people out there, you know. Anyway, when you're married, you have endless time together.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I really thought, oh, we're living together now, so we're going to have all the time in the world for each other, but life still happens. You have work, you have studying, you have everything
the stress
else
of life that you're both individually dealing with. And my goodness, you actually have to make time for each other.
Yeah, you have to be really intentional, and I think we're going to do a struggle of marriage on this one, because that was our recent argument about time together and quality time. So we'll do that, and we'll let you know when that's coming out. But that's a myth of marriage, that you're just going to have endless time together because you live together. But if you don't schedule time together, you will, especially if you're on purpose and you're doing a lot and you're striving, like it's very easy to just forget that.
Yeah, that
you need to make time for your spouse, that you're actually married.
Yeah.
You can end up just sleeping together in the same bed, but not actually spending quality time together and talking about things. So that's a myth of marriage.
And just because you're home, you could both be on social media or doing something else, and that's not quality time.
Yeah.
It might be in the same environment, but you might not actually be spending quality time together. Yeah. Quality time is where you actually get to know each other a lot more. You're able to talk, you're able to share, and uninterrupted time. That's why Hawaii and San Fran was beautiful. Number 6.
What's 6 in Swahili?
I don't know.
You should know.
I don't know.
Come on, sita.
Sita. Okay. So this is our personal favorite.
Yeah.
This is our personal favorite because we heard this a lot.
Yeah.
Not by one person, not by 2 people, but a lot of people, okay? And we just want to dispel this myth, okay? We just want to break it down, okay? This myth is that the first year of marriage is the hardest year. It's a lie!
It might be true for some couples, but for us, like, we came in thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to expect? Like, we had our guards up slightly, and we're just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a hard year, it's going to be a hard year. And if you tell yourself it's going to be a hard year, it will be a hard year. So we're just like, actually, no, this is going to be the best year of our marriage in Jesus' name, like, literally. And, well, not the best year that we've had, which is our first year, so it's the best year. Yeah. So, and literally, it's been amazing.
It's been great.
It's been a great year, and we thank God for that. Like, I really think it's because we're just friends, and we did a lot of studying beforehand. We were like, right, well, how do we make this year not awful? And I don't know, reading, studying each other, being intentional about spending time together, not attacking each other but attacking the problem. All of these things, I really think helped us have a strong year of marriage. Yeah,
because there are differences when you get married, but it's just not taking it personally and just appreciating the journey. And even if there is a problem, like Annabella and I used to do a stupid thing where when we used to argue, we used to hold hands. Like, we just so that we're not like, there's not like a separation. It was a lot more comforting knowing that we can actually have an argument and yet hold hands. When we argue or we have a disagreement, we still treat each other the same. There was even a recent moment when this one, she annoyed me. Okay, she annoyed me. And then she called my phone and I still picked up. So you just gotta love anyway. You just gotta do the same things. And even if you don't feel like it, your emotions just kind of catch up.
Yeah.
So by me picking up the phone, by me saying I love you at the end of the phone call, you know those painful times, the circumcision of the heart.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth it, and literally just doing that day in, day out, just allowed us to have a great year. We actually had fun.
Yeah, and I think it's because like before we got married, I think we were giving each other our heart. Like we didn't have our guards up when we were courting.
There were not really no surprises.
Yeah, there weren't really any surprises. So the difficulty in marriage for us came from the fact that we're transforming ourselves. So imagine dying to yourself every single day. That has been the hardest part. But in terms of like other things, no. And we just want to encourage you that it can be a great year. You can go in excited and ready to enjoy. And be living with your best friend. That's actually very exciting. So for us,
yeah, we really enjoy it, and don't be put off. A lot of people are delaying marriage because they're scared and all that kind of stuff. Literally, just have the conversation, just try and be on the same page, be open and transparent, and then just dive into it. You will sort it out. Like it works itself out. So number 7. I don't know, but yeah, number 7. Mother-in-laws are a nightmare. Oh.
Mama D?
Hi, Mum. Who do you want? Mum wants you.
Oh, look! See, mother-in-laws. This is the... Hi, Mum. You called at the perfect time because we're recording a video and we're talking about the myths of marriage, and number 7 is that mother-in-laws are a nightmare, which is not true. We're saying it's a myth. And you called!
And she doesn't want me. She doesn't like me anymore.
I know, and Gabe tried to answer my phone and you were like, I want to talk to Anna. Hi, Mum. Hey. Yeah. Of the thighs. Cook one of them. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, thanks, Mum. Thank you so much. Love you. That is the misconception. How hard is that? Literally. Our number 7 is mother-in-laws are a nightmare. And the truth is they're not. Like, literally. Mama D, my daycare mum, she called me yesterday like, make your order because she's coming around tomorrow. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, what do you want me to make for you? And I was like, Mum, don't. Like, literally, I nearly started crying. I was in Tesco trying to buy like something. And she's like, make your order. And I was like, okay, can I have a gazoo? And like, she's like, what meat do you want in it? I was like, lamb. And then she asked me anything else. I was like, okay, okra then. And she was like, okay, do you want some shito and all this stuff? And I was just like, Mum, you're amazing. Like, guys, mother-in-laws actually...
They're amazing.
Like, they don't have to be a nightmare. I don't know.
And yeah, and Mama Damaris as well, Anna's mom, I love her to bits. Like, it's always nice to just call her and catch up with her. It's nice to have...
they talk more than...
Yeah, like, I think I call your mom more than you do.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to have a relationship also away from the partner. So it's not like my relationship with Anna's mom now is conditional to Anna being there. Or like when we go to her house, like I can just call her out of the blue and we can have a nice chat and it's not awkward. It literally feels like I've got a second mum.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to have, and there's no like this bickering in the background
and our mums talk to each other, obviously about our YouTube and likewise sharing that information. But yeah, they talk to each other behind the scenes, and even though they don't live in the same city, it's just good that they have a relationship. And we would just we made sure we were intentional about it. We tried to get them together as much as possible before we got married, just so that they could get ready as well. And obviously there's challenges that come with that, but we would encourage you to like try and be intentional about everything. Like if you go with the flow, you'll be a dead fish at the end of the day, and that's my line. But yeah, you can't just allow things to happen naturally. You do have to be strategic to a certain extent. Because
the thing is, with the fact that our mums are friends, and my mum likes Anna, and Anna's mum likes me, it just makes our relationship a lot more easier. Like if our moms were like, bumping heads and her mom didn't like me, it just makes the dynamics a lot harder. So if Anna wanted to go to her mom, be like, oh no, not that woman again. But I love to go and see her. So I'm even probably arranging the next meetup to go and see her rather than trying to put Anna away. So the fact that with our close circle, when they're all like good, like even our sisters are really good, like it just helps our relationship.
And we have decided we're taking control of that. We can't sit back and say, oh, but they haven't messaged each other. Put them in a WhatsApp group, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, there's things that you can do to stimulate stuff.
Discussions, You can't just leave it to like, we'll see what happens and we hope that they'll get better. Take action. There will be friends.
Undercover conversations as well, like when we're engaged, I'll be talking to my mom, you need to message Gabe's mom. Gabe's will be like, Mom, you need to message Anna's mom. Like literally, you gotta do those things, you know. Exactly. And now that's why we're just loving life. We're enjoying it.
There will be friends by force.
Yeah.
The 8th misconception is that your life will slow down.
Yeah, I really thought, oh, when we're married, we will, you know, I always say this, I'm like, oh, the next season, it'll be a bit more calm. The next season, I feel like it's even busier now we're married. So that is a misconception that your life will slow down. It only slows down if you allow it to slow down. And for us, we were just like, no, let's go harder.
Let's go harder.
Keep going. Let's, you know.
There's so many things that we want to achieve. There's so many visions that we had when we were leading into our relationship, and we don't actually want to slow down. We want to be running the race harder. We want to keep pushing through, knocking down the barriers, and just seeing all the things that God can actually do through us. Like literally, we are actually at the brink of exhaustion. Literally.
But we realise that we're not here to just be comfortable. We want to keep pushing the limits. We want to keep stretching ourselves, having to depend on God more in everything. So we're just like, I think when two are together, you should be able to go even further than you could have gone on your own. So that's what we've realised has happened with us. Like, we're pushing new boundaries, we're overcoming different obstacles, and we're happy with that.
It's similar to our YouTube. When we was not married, we tried this whole YouTube thing, and it was really difficult because we wasn't in the same household. But now that we're married, it's like everything is happening a lot more streamlined. We feel like we had more time to just achieve the thing. So it's not like Anna had 24 hours, I have 24 hours, which add up to 48 hours. It's like we had more time, like 60 hours, because we were able to benefit from the strengths of each other. So I focus on my strengths, Anna focuses on her strength, and then we just kill it. But we try to anyway.
It's like an earthquake.
Sorry about that, babe.
Misconception number 9. He'll expect a cooked meal and sex every night. Oh my gosh, this is my fear. I was like, oh my gosh, how much sex would he want? Does he expect me to cook fresh meal every single day because his mum does? I was like, oh my god. I really felt like I had to have sex with him every day, and that's the only time that would make him satisfied. And I think I put myself under a lot of pressure to begin with. I was like, come on babe, even though I was shattered and tired. But now I realised that actually he does understand that I can't do that every single night, right?
Yeah, like there's life.
Yeah.
You know, like we said in our previous point, we're just constantly keep running this race, and we're just working hard. And obviously you do get tired, and even I'm tired. Sometimes I'm just falling asleep before Anna does. I think it's also important to kind of give your lady a heads up. Like, sex doesn't just start from the bedroom, which is what I've appreciated a lot more.
In the last week.
Oh, shut up, you mug. Anyway.
One small jokes.
Yeah, so sex doesn't really just start from the bedroom. Sex starts from way earlier, you know. They could be at work, you could send a text, you could send a wink, you know, those emojis, they help you out. So literally, and even with guys, like, you know, even though they like sex every day, but there's other things, you know.
Yeah,
this whole like sex thing, like men, I don't know if I can speak on behalf of the men human race, but you know, anytime, any place, we're ready. Okay, you know. For women, it might be a little bit more like, oh, like, you know, I wasn't expecting this. I've had a long day. I have all these emotions that I have to control. And what am I gonna do? And now you want sex from me? What the world is gonna end? We're getting a lot more comfortable talking about sex on the camera.
Yeah, no.
It's a bit, you know, this whole sex series.
We were like, ooh. Now we're like, sex.
So number 10. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking out to the end. We appreciate you.
Them loyal ones.
You know those loyal ones.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
I was even going to mention some names because we see you in the comments. We see you in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, them loyals. Number 10.
Number 10 is that when you get married, your partner will meet your every need.
No chance.
Ooh.
That is a lie.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Your partner is just an imperfect person at the end of the day.
100%. And you know, God is a smart God, because God's ultimate plan is for you to have full security in Him. Even when you are married, that God still wants you to love Him first. Yeah, more than your partner. Now, because your partner's imperfect, you should just understand that. Yeah. Like, you're imperfect, he's imperfect.
He can't be there for you all the time.
I can't be there for Anna all the time. Yeah. So now, Anna has to depend on God more than she depends on me. And with that comes a sense of security, because I also know that Anna doesn't need me to fulfill her every need, and I can just be, you know, the normal Gabes is here, you know, trying to do my best, and Anna goes to God, and because her expectations are based more on God, there's less frustration in this relationship, because Anna doesn't need me to fulfill her every need, and it's nice. Okay, so in my last relationship, and I guess my young mindset, I always thought, if your girl does not depend on you, then she doesn't love you. I wanted to be that guy that was there for my partner all the time, but it is draining. You want someone to be a lot more secure within themselves.
Think yourselves too independent then?
Yeah, well, you're next thing. Anyway, you want someone who is independent, not like they just want to do their own life themselves, you know, be like, yeah, this is the Anna show, you know. You want them to have small dependency, like you want them
basically you're never happy.
Get out of here. Anyway, so you want them to, let me talk.
You're talking.
Let me talk. Anyway, you want them to be, see Miss Independent, she always wants to have the last word, okay?
Miss, well, just because you got some words in this video, you're there.
Okay. Anyway, what was I saying, people? Can you remind me? Yeah. So, yeah.
I was in a good mood today.
Oh my Jesus. Anyway.
What's wrong with you? You happy? What's wrong?
Are you okay?
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. You know the submission thing, you know, we need to do a submission. We need to do a YouTube live so everyone can tell Annabella what submission is, okay? No, I'm joking, she's beautiful.
You're like an African
I love you. Mwah. You know. Yes.
I hope you understand point 10. But yeah! See you later! 10 misconceptions of marriage. Hope you got something from that. Bye guys!
Bye.